What's up everyone, Clark Glassford, founder of My Practice Interview, where we help you land your dream job. And today we're talking about resumes and one key aspect of resumes that so often get missed by people who are spending time, hours, crafting their resume, and they miss this key component, which is absolutely crucial for recruiters and hiring managers to see on your resume. Now, the trap that people fall into is we read these job postings and we see these job descriptions and they are boring, super snooze fest, written in just plain old boring language. And we think that because of the information on there, I need to make sure that that's incorporated onto my resume. So we start writing a resume like it's a job description, and you look at previous job descriptions of roles you've been in, you take information from there, you populate that into your resume, and you expect that a hiring manager is going to want to read through all of that and be like, yes, I want to bring this person in. Their job description sounds amazing. No job description ever sounds amazing. They're terrible. People who write job descriptions, they need to go to a marketing course. They need to completely change the way job descriptions are written because so many of them are just awful to read. But we're not here to talk about job descriptions. We're here to talk about your resume. So, for example, just had a client dealing with him. He said, look, I've got great experience. I'm applying to all these jobs. I'm not getting a call for an interview. And my first hint was, I need to ask him, what's your resume like? So he tells me, he goes, my resume is 6 pages. And I say, okay, let's just hold on a second. Why don't you send me your resume? I'll have a quick look. Let's see if I can do anything to fix that. My first hint, of course, was it's 6 pages. There is no way a recruiter's going to want to go through that. But as I suspected, the resume is very much written like a job description. Tons and tons of information. Remember, at the end of the day, you've got 7 seconds of a recruiter or hiring manager's time to capture their attention on a resume. A 6-page resume that's written like a job description, that's going to capture nobody's attention. And in particular, with my client here, no one's going to read through that to see all the cool things he's done. And there was a lot of good stuff in that resume. It's just not in a format that is capturing my attention. So, what do you need to look for on a resume? Here's the thing, as a recruiter, that I want to look for right away. Your actions and the results. So the actions and your accomplishments within the role you're in and the results you achieved. That's simple. So I want to be able to see, not a job description, but your position listed, a brief description of the role, and then the key accomplishments underneath. I want to know what you did in the role and what are those things that you're so proud about and you want to show me, you want to show off to the world that here's what I did in the job that I was in. It's really, really important. So throw out the job description, throw out the job posting, and let's get down to what you accomplished in the role. So it could be things like, I saved the company $50,000, I increased sales by 50%, I wrote a new employee handbook, I developed this cool, really awesome training course where I trained over 500 of our employees. Those are all accomplishments that as a recruiter and hiring manager, I want to see. When I get to that resume, I want to be able to jump into your experience section of your resume. That's exactly where I'm going first, that experience section. And then under each of your experiences, I want to look at what you specifically did. And that's what is so often is missing from applicants applying to jobs. If you are putting your resume out there and you're not getting callbacks for interviews, chances are you haven't included this one tip. Now, one of my insider tips in all of this is use numbers where you can. So as a hiring manager recruiter, numbers are really powerful. So that increase in sales of 50% or productivity increase 50%. I did this wonderful thing where employee engagement went up, morale went through the roof. If I can put some numbers to those things, those make those statements really powerful. Sometimes you can't use numbers and that's okay, but think about it in terms of how can I sell this in a quick sentence as to what the issue was and what the result was as a result of my effort and the work I did within this specific achievement of mine that I'm really proud of. So that's how you do it. Now, I'm going to throw up a resume on the screen here so you can see exactly what I'm talking about in terms of how you structure it. So you can see here under experience, you can see I've got my job title, the dates I was in the role, the company I worked for, and then underneath that, I've got a quick 2, 3, 4 sentence little description of my job. That is not long. I don't want to see Again, that huge summary from your job description is this is what my role is. It's quick, it's punchy, it's to the point. And then underneath that, you'll see a little title there. It says accomplishments. So now as a recruiter, you've drawn my eyes right to that section, and it's a number of bullet points of the things you've done that you're proud of, that you want me to take note of, where I'm like, yes, now I'm interested. Yes, I want to call this person in for an interview, and we want to talk about these awesome things they've got on their resume. So that's really it. That is the tip. Putting your accomplishments down on your resume. It's so simple. Getting out of the job description, getting out of the job posting, and making sure you're trying to create something that is uniquely yours and is not just a generic regurgitation of some stuff that somebody's created that has no imagination and is supposed to describe you and your role. That's boring. I don't want to see any of that. You don't want to write that. The recruiter doesn't want to read that. So let's get down to quick description of your role and then your accomplishments. And that is powerful, and that will, I guarantee it, get you calls for interviews. So, hope you've enjoyed that one tip today. I've got a couple videos below on how to write your resume in 7 steps and what specifically hiring managers are looking for. Those are 2 videos. If you haven't seen those yet, check those out. They're really great. They will help you write your resume. Also included in the links below is a copy of my practice interview ebook. It's there, it's free, it's for you. It goes through resume writing, the steps you need to take to prepare for the interview. Plus, at the end of that book, it's got a number of interview templates which you can use to practice for your interview. Really cool, really simple, and it's free, so why not just get it, download it, it's yours, start practicing. Also included in the links is the My Interview Accelerator workshop, which is a video workshop on how to specifically prepare for an interview, led by me. You can check that out. It's a great hour and a half of time well spent walking you step by step through everything you need to do to prepare for an interview, whether that's creating your resume, cover letter, the types of interview questions you can be asked, how to answer those questions, and then how to avoid all the little things, all the little mistakes that applicants find themselves in that get them kicked out of the recruitment process and don't get the job offer. I want you to avoid all of those. I explain all of those. So you miss them all and you're hearing those magic words, you are hired. So again, hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, thumbs up. We respond to all comments. And like I always say, happy interviewing, everyone.